Joe, how do you keep tabs on Troy Polamalu? Is he a guy that you look up for immediately after you get the ball?
I think there's certain plays where you look and know exactly where he is, so you can go away from him and do certain things with him. And there's certain plays, all the other plays, you really just have to know where he is, and, know how to protect against him, if he's bringing pressure or if he's defending it versus a route. He's so good at, reacting to certain things and playing tendencies and taking chances on things because he knows that the up front guys are going to get some sort of pressure. So you have to have your eye on him, and I think as long as you do, you can keep control of him. But you got to. I was just saying to somebody else, you have to take away. You have to play sound football, so you can take away his chances of making plays. Because if you give him enough chances to make a lot of big play, more times than not, he's going to make it. So the big thing is with him is just playing sound football and limiting his chances.
Does practicing against Ed help you prepare for Troy?
Well, we don't really practice against Ed. We practice against Ed at training camp. I would say, yeah, it probably would help us if we did, but I very rarely go against Ed.
Joe, speaking of, you were talking about Troy. You go back to that game at home and that play that he made. Do you look at that as something that he did, or that's something you guys missed?
Yeah, I think when you look back on it, we could have handled it a little bit differently. And if that same situation comes up this game, I'm pretty sure that we're going to handle it, and we're going to be disappointed if we don't. Great play by him. At the same time, it's something that we probably should have handled.
How much did not having Todd impact what happened in the last game?
Yeah, anytime you lose out on a guy like Todd, it's going to hurt you. But I think our young guys stepped up pretty decently. Like I said, anytime you lose out on a guy, of Todd Deep's caliber, especially when he's playing the way he has this year, that can definitely hurt you as an offense.
After seeing them for 3 years, is there anything you see on film that you haven't seen before? Or it's just, I don't want to say an easier prep week, but certainly a familiar prep week for you.
Yeah, it's definitely familiar. They have the same defensive coordinator. They have pretty much the same personnel, and they're doing a lot of the same things. They'll have a mix-up for us and something for us to look out for. But we know what kind of football game it is, and we know what the important things are about going out there and playing. That's playing physical, and like I said, playing fundamentally sound football.
How much better prepared are you as a quarterback to face them in the playoffs than you were 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have 32 more regular season games under my belt, a couple more playoff games under my belt. I think anytime you have game experience, you become more prepared for any team you're playing. And, we've played the Steelers a lot of times since I've been here. So, the more game experience you get against that defense, then the more you can prepare yourself for it. But, once, like I said, I always say, once the ball is snapped, I mean, it's not going to make a difference if this is a playoff game against the Steelers. These games are always intense. It's always a rivalry game, and both sides are always giving it their all for 60 minutes. So it's going to be just another Steelers-Ravens games, and Steelers-Raven game, and we'll be ready for it.
Joe, it was a long time ago, but that AFC Championship game at their place, have you ever been in an environment like that previously? And
Yeah, I mean, every time you go to Pittsburgh, you're in that environment. I think what's on the line's a little bit different. But I mean, I think anytime you go into Pittsburgh, it's a pretty hostile crowd. I don't think it really matters if it's a playoff game or not. And I think when we went into Tennessee that year, it's pretty hostile. I mean, everywhere you go, the crowds get pretty into it, and when there's when the playoffs are on the line, I think every game gets ramped up a little bit more just because what the result is a little bit different.